Hey there, Roger Busby.
Tim Harmon.
With Preemptive Movie Reviews. Now today we're going to be tackling Godzilla. And strangely, we're not doing it preemptively.
We're tackling Godzilla.
Yes, we are going to wrestle him to the ground with our massive manliness. It's the beards.
Easier said than done. Anyway, Godzilla, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. I did go to see it with my Godzilla crazy daughter on an IMAX screen in 3D. But even so, it sure, I enjoyed the fact that it had 100% less Matthew Broderick than the previous.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed the film. A couple things that I personally didn't like. First of all, the Bryan Cranston constantly throughout all the trailers starring Bryan Cranston. He's in the movie. Spoilers. He's not in the movie for very long. He's in it for about 25 minutes and then they axe him off and he's never heard from again and his son takes over as the main protagonist. Godzilla himself was not in the movie very much. I mean, when he was there, it was really good. He had the iconic roar. He felt like Godzilla. He was strong. But he wasn't in the movie too much. How do you feel?
I think when you look at the classic Godzillas, I think this felt a lot like those. Now, obviously, Godzilla, he's in ultra high definition. He's in, 3D. And so instead of looking like he has bark for skin like the original stuff did, I mean, you actually see scales. There's a kind of an organic feel to him. You see glimpses of him, as they lead up to the major destruction of the first city. But like Tim said, when you see him, when he's on screen, I mean you just buy it. It's Godzilla, larger than life.
Yeah.
Another thing I really enjoyed, and that was totally missing from that train wreck in 1998, the movements of all the monsters, not just Godzilla, but all the monsters they managed to go ahead and straddle that fine balance of feeling like they were, an extension of the originals, but still looking organic and not like, hey, look, we put this thing on a wire. Woo!
Right.
But you totally got that, and it was that was enjoyable. I appreciated their taking the time.
And one thing him and I kind of, I don't know, we have different opinions about. I feel that they faked out the fights too many times. Now, I can understand doing it once, but I think they end up doing it like 3 times, where you see Godzilla, you see the other monster, which I forget what they call it.
Muto. Massive, unknown terrestrial organism.
Right, and they get ready to fight, and you're all like, yes, I'm ready. Here comes the big Godzilla fight I'm waiting for. Cuts away to something else. They're talking about how they were fighting. And I think they did that too many times. Like, I kept wanting to see the big fight. Now, it does show up. There is the big fight, and it's really good. He's got the atomic breath. And
oh, God, yeah, amazing. I would have to agree. Yeah, they did a lot of that, like trying to build. I think they're trying to build the suspense, and I think they played the card maybe one too many times. Once, twice, maybe. But I think you're right. I think they did it, about 3 times, and it was. By the time we finally got to the fight, though, man, we were ready for it. Yeah. So maybe it accomplished everything they wanted to.
But I mean, ultimately, it was. I think they tried to go for more the human element as opposed to Godzilla, which you kind of have to do because it's.
All of them are like that. If you look back in the classic films, all of them do that. They tease you with a little bit of Godzilla, the sightings, but it didn't have the fairies, so there's that. That was a happy plus. So.
That is true. But my personal opinion, solid 7 out of 10.
I agree. So there you have it. From the guys here at Preemptive Movie Reviews, Godzilla, 7 out of 10. Well worth your time.
Absolutely.
Worth the money.
I hope it makes enough money so that a sequel can come along, because I think this movie single-handedly will relaunch Godzilla as a household name.
I agree.